Hey guys, and welcome to game number 22 out of 100 of my rematch against the AI-powered Scrabble Bot BestBot. The bot opens with a bingo of Eurodeal in this game, so not a great start for us, especially given the last 3 games we have all lost in extremely close fashion. All really interesting games, but unfortunately none of them went our way. So as you guys can see, we are now 5-16 and could really use a win. The bot opening with a bingo is not going to help us get that, but we're going to fight back if we can. Almost a Dowitcher. That would be a 9, though, so I don't have that here. This is not a terrible-looking rack. Play something like Witch for 27. Doesn't look terrible. Keeps OR. It's a pretty good leave. What else could I do? I guess I could play How. CRIT just doesn't seem like a great leave on this board, though. After blocking both E's. Huh. Okay. What else? Anything through this D? Not a whole lot that I see. Wid, maybe? I mean, that keeps the board a little bit more open. Which isn't crazy. Yeah, I think I'm still leaning towards Witch, though. I think at some point, someone's probably going to play horizontally from the H, and that'll lead to a more open board, which is what I want. So I think I'm going to lean towards playing this. Already a difficult turn to start things off, which is not really what I wanted, but can't really control that. So, all right, let's do this. All right, I like that. I do like blanks. I should be bingoing here. I would have to imagine, right? I think through this R. Maybe to the D. Redeploy and deployer, I think, are both good, but neither of those end in a D. Is there nothing to that D? Coryphy was actually there through the H and got blocked. Eye drops. Doesn't work. Oh, there's also Witchy. Huh, so I guess worst case, if I can't bingo, I can do this for 41. That's not bad, honestly. I mean, bingos, if they score at least 75 or 80, are still going to be worth it, most likely. But Pyre is not bad if I am unable to come up with a bingo. Is there really no 7 here? Wow. It just feels like there should be a 7. Hyper Rope. Huh. Eye Opener. It's too many E's and too many letters. Maybe even like a 9 through the ET. A Pyrometer. Nah, it doesn't work. Too many E's this time. Wow. Re-employ, employer. Just feels like there should be something. I haven't found it yet, if it's there. Still gotta look through that R. I doubt there's something through the A or the O or the U. I already looked through the D. Recopy? That can't be spelled like that. Wow. This is one where it's easy to spend a very long time. It just feels like there's got to be one, but I really don't think there is. I really don't. I'm going to play Pyre for 41. Now I should be able to bingo on my next turn, almost certainly. And Panda comes down for the bot, so I'm sure I have bingos this time. Yeah, I mean, I see uncoined immediately. There's the Curion, too. That's probably more. It puts an N in the middle of the triple line, which is a bit scary. It's 82, uncoined to 76, right? Whoops, let me spell it right. The keyboard is glitching a bit. Okay, 76, 82. 6 points. I think it's worth it to sack the 6. I mean, an N in the second to last spot is pretty dangerous. Especially there's a J, a Z unseen. I mean, I'm not even thinking triple triple. It's just something like Jin is 60, Zine is like 70. Easy plays there. That'll score about a bingo's worth. And then, of course, ING words with 3 Gs and a boatload of I's still left. So I think I'm a little bit in favor of uncoined. 6 is a bit to give up, but I feel like this spot is probably worth sacrificing just a little bit more than that. So I'm going to play uncoined. And alright, there is that J as well as the Q. Kind of a funky draw here. Not great, but I do have some good stuff as well, including the S. Probably going to aim to play Fakir here and at least shed the F and the Q. Alright, Hex comes down. I can't do a whole lot in the bottom right corner. Thankfully, it's not that scary a spot because with EH not taking anything, you're confined to playing a 2. Yeah, literally can't do anything other than dropping the I, which is just not worth doing. So, yeah, I think Fakir looks good. At least, like I said, get rid of 2 of my 3 clunkers, the Q, J, and F. Definitely want to prioritize getting rid of the Q. Although this is interesting. 32. I don't think this is crazy. How many U's are left? 2? You know, what's nice about this is if I draw an I have cheese and feijoas. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that word correctly. It might be feijoa. I don't know. Someone can probably correct me, but whatever that word is, I can play cheese and the plural of that word for like 50 if I draw an I. There's 6 of them. I can play through the U and Eurydial. There's still 2 U's. I don't think this is crazy. It's 32. Fakir is 27. And JES is better, but the J is also not a great tile either. And the word through the O here, I'm going to keep saying feijoa. I'm probably mispronouncing it, but whatever that word is again, I do have a good chance at cheese for 50. So I actually think I prefer this. It's interesting. A little bit counter to the usual advice that you hear in Scrabble and that I would tend to give viewers, which is when in doubt, get rid of the Q. But like I said, the Q is not going to be that hard to get rid of, I don't think, with 6 I's, still 2 U's, and I have this U in Eurydial that's very likely to stay open. That if I completely miss, I can probably worst case play like Quag or something and just get rid of it for 17. Or whatever. Like that, I think, is better. I mean, Fakir is not bad, don't get me wrong. I also keep the R's hook open in the long run for my S, which is nice, potentially. So, yeah, you could play this either way. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to go the non-standard way and play this. Alright, I mean, it didn't really work. I didn't get an I, but like I said, I'm going to be able to get rid of this Q. I could honestly just consider this for 11. I mean, this is a leave that will bingo whenever I draw a vowel. So that's almost 50% of the time. I could also play Cot over here or Trank if I want to get rid of a couple more tiles, potentially. Vug, okay. I mean, QI is tempting. Like I said, it bingos. I mean, A gives me parents and a whole bunch of other things. E is, well, something will play, right? Present, yeah, repencil play at the minimum. I is Terrans, O is Pronist and post-turn, U is Punters. Like, that's 22 out of 51 right there. That's over 40%. Which is pretty good. I mean, I think that's enough to make it worth it. Over Cot. I mean, Cot probably doesn't bingo more than that. Because then I still need to draw a vowel and another decent tile to go with it. It's close. Also, this leaves the A open. I mean, I can hit stuff like replants, too. Patterns. Actually, patterns won't fit. Or trap nest or transept. But yeah, I mean, this bingo's like half the time. Trepangs. Yeah, this basically bingo's 50%. I think it's worth it. I'm going to go for it. Ah, I got the T, of course. Yeah, like I said, trap nest, transept, and patterns all not going to fit. So that's a shame. But what are you going to do? I think I played the odds well, and it just didn't work out in my favor. So I'll probably try to play off like PT. And now Grief comes down. Wow, gutsy after QI. I can't really do a whole lot. Basically a tie game now. The bottom right still staying open. I mean, I think I'm going to just play opt. With this, again, as long as I can draw one vowel, is it that much to ask just to draw one vowel? I really ought to bingo. I can't score that much more without completely blowing up my rack, and it's not like any of those plays are that inspiring. I mean, actually, step is a lot. It's 38. Huh. It's more than I realized, honestly. 38 points. It's a lot of points. 38's a lot more than 11. I will say that. And it's not like TRN is a bad leaf, especially with an A. It actually goes pretty well with the G, too, if I can draw a few vowels. U and Eurydial, I could hit something easily. 27 is a lot of points to give up. Like, a lot. Still 3 S's left, too, which devalues the S a bit this late in the game. I don't know. Like, this is a good leaf, don't get me wrong. This is a really good leaf. I'm not here to deny that, but 38 is a lot more than 11, and NRT is also not a bad leaf. I'm taking the points. It's too many. Wow. Well, the good news is if I had played opt, then I would have still drawn 2 consonants and been mad, because I would have missed my bingo. But still, I mean, what is with this? I feel like the last several games, I've just had so many nightmare draws like this, where I play off like 4 tiles and I draw either 4 vowels or 4 consonants. Like, that should be pretty unlikely, statistically speaking. And I feel like it happens to me a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like complaining, but I really feel like it happens to me a disproportionate amount of the time. I mean, in theory, in an even pool, the odds of drawing 4 consonants in a 4-tile draw are 1 in 16, 1 in 2 to the 4th. I feel like it happens to me a lot more than 1 in 16, I'm not gonna lie. And maybe that's just memory bias, like you remember more when it happens, but I just feel like it happens a lot. But anyway, dwelling on that is not gonna help me win this game. And now I gotta figure out if I want to play through this. Hey, at least I got another S, that's good. I mean, if I play through, what am I going to do? I guess Brawn? It's 10 points. Is that worth it? I don't know. It's close. I can't believe no one has played next to this X. Like, it's just a cheap 30 points. I guess there aren't a lot of tiles that go there. The B actually goes there pretty well. If I draw an I get by for 43. There's 5 I's left. I mean, do I play Want? For 7? I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of reasonable options here. I can trade and keep probably STR. Would give me the best bingo percentage. So I can trade to STR. I can play Brawn for 10. I can play Wand for 7. I don't think Burnt makes a lot of sense. The W is pretty bad. I mean, STR with 1 R left is a lot better than STT. Also, keeping that A open is helpful for my bingo percentage. Like, I think if I'm going to score so few, I should probably just trade and keep the best leaf I can, which I think is STR in that pool, which is now kind of vowel heavy because I've been getting so many consonants. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards trade down to STR right now. Brawn is 10 points for STT, but again, I blocked that A. I want to keep it open. I'm trading. Please give me some vowels. I mean, 1 vowel, but I could have really used more. Maybe I should have traded 5. I mean, like, to me, STR is just more likely to bingo, and trading 5 would have been a little bit of a tilt move, I think. Just getting biased, thinking I wasn't going to draw vowels, which is not really the case. And now I'm kind of in another position where it's like, what do I do? Basically a tie game. Don't really have anything through this U and Euro deal. I don't have, like, futs or putts or anything. Dits? Keeping 4 consonants again? I think it's still better than Tsarism. I don't want to completely blow up the rack. I still have an S and some good bingo tiles. I think Dits is, again, it's easy to just get biased because of what's been happening, but I think Dits is the best play. Unless, do I play Zits, maybe? For 32? Maybe I'd play Zits. Still 1 S left. The I is not that scary because there are no super high point tiles left. I don't know, it's a tough turn. Dits probably blocks... Like, I think I prefer Dits because this is the best line for the bot, I think, under Sogged, and I'm blocking it. It's not a great line for me because I'm short on vowels. Like, I like this A a lot more for myself, and also keeping the S for R's because the bot is not by any means guaranteed or even likely to have the S. So I think Dits keeps a board that's favorable to my leave in terms of bingo lines, where the Zits kind of does the opposite. So oh, you know what I have too? Oh, this is sneaky. I should probably do that. Yeah. I almost missed that. I mean, I don't love the 2 T's, but it at least keeps a vowel. And it's 10 more points. Yeah, alright. I think I gotta do that. You're kidding me! How many consonants are in this bag? I draw 2 L's. This is actually getting a little bit infuriating, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and of course the bot dumps OOEM because it has all the vowels. Wow. So now what do? I feel like I'm saying that every turn. I'm down to 5 minutes too, I need to play faster. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to do this either, though. This? This? I hate everything. I don't know. I feel like the S for R's is still pretty valuable. I think I should play Milt over Milts. I mean, 11 points is a bit to give up. The S does have a lot of value for trying to bingo. Or I play LI and score 19 more and stop the bot from just dropping BI there, which is also attractive. It's a lot, yeah. I probably do this. I mean, if I can draw 1 vowel, like how much is that to ask? 1 vowel that I can bail myself out next turn and hopefully bingo. Like, come on, just please give me 1 vowel. Alright, I mean, I got 1 vowel. I didn't really need a 3rd T. But I guess I should have specified that when I implored the tile bag there. Bob plays Islander. I mean, I think this is just automatic, right? Like, there's no S's left. Yeah, there is a blank, but if the bot has the blank, I force it to burn it. If it doesn't have the blank, it's in a real pickle. Keep the 3rd row open. Probably need to bingo. Yeah, this is like an automatic play, if you ask me. I mean, it's just forced. I think. I mean, I guess I could also play, like, Melt. But it's a little easier to block, because the bot can just play a 2 next to the T. Or play through the T, maybe, without giving something back. I think mid... And also just keeps a much better leave. Yeah, this has to be better. Okay. I have 2 vowels for the first time in what feels like an eternity. Bistable with an E. Alright, bot plays Woven. I'm going to need to bingo to win this game. I must have abbatial through the A. I feel like I'm going to need another bingo line. Oh, Bleb looks really good. There are no E's left, which is tough. It's going to make it tough to bingo. But, I mean, I create another line with Blebs. I have the A on the right. I have mitts. I have multiple spots. I think this is also just kind of forced. I have to bingo. Leaves 2 in the bag, which is great. Makes it really hard for the bot to not empty. And if the bot empties and I bingo out, I should win. Yeah, I mean, if I draw the blank, I think I'm winning this game almost. I don't know about almost certainly, but most likely. So let's do it. Oh, shocker. I drew 3 consonants. It's just crazy. Almost satinky. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Mitts and Task is going to cut it. Most likely. Because the bot will have the blank and be able to probably go out in 2. I mean, Task is 46. It's me at 374. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. I mean, if the bot doesn't have a blank here, it's actually probably going to be kind of confounded. But yeah, the story of this game is going to be just like Mac could not buy a vowel. In other words, Mac would have been a very poor Wheel of Fortune contestant in this game. Or maybe a good contestant, because like I would have loved to be on there and just been like, I guess it's not Pat anymore, right? Pat retired. It's now Ryan. I would have loved to have been like, hey, Ryan, can I buy a vowel like 3 times every turn for like 7 turns in a row? Yeah, Ryan would have been a very rich man if I were playing Wheel of Fortune with him hosting this game. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, it was like, how many turns in a row did I have 1 or 0 vowels? So, I'm going to look at this and then I'll play out the end game. Like, I'm going way back here on the right. So, so QI, I had 1 vowel, that's 1. Step, I had 1 vowel, that's 2. I traded, no vowels, that's 3. Arose, I had 1 vowel, that's 4. LI, I had 1 vowel, that's 5. Mitt, I had 1 vowel. 6 turns in a row, I had 1 or 0 vowels. That's just absurd. Wow. Yeah, that's just crazy. Alright, I mean, Task just has to be correct. But it's going to fall well short. Yeah. Unwoven, okay, that's a cool play. I'll cut this somewhat close, but I'm definitely not winning. Wait, I can go out, right? Oh yeah, I mean, I can play Tint. Oh, Dint. I guess I'll play Dint. That looks like the best I'm going to do. Yeah, pretty close game. 16-point loss. 395, 411. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see if I missed anything. I feel like I just, like I said, got burned by the bag this game with all those consonants. It's like, funny, all these past games, I feel like I've had some pretty brutal breaks down the stretch, and I'm still not losing by a lot. So I guess it's encouraging in that sense. I don't know. Yeah, tons of just, like, mediocre options here. I mean, how I saw, with I saw, I'm okay with this play. Like I said, I think it encourages playing to the right and keeping the board open. The board did stay fairly open. I think it worked out okay. I'm alright with this decision. What is this wreck? It's funny, I actually happen to know that this is a word in Collins, which is a crazy-looking word. This would be such an amazing play for the bot to get down, even setting up the X. But of course, this is not Collins. I mean, wow, is that even worth it? Yeah, I guess you set up X. That's actually pretty nice. Man, what a weird rack. No bingos here. Wow, alright, that makes me feel better. I felt like I was quite possibly missing something. Yeah, Pyre is definitely correct then. Plays Panda. That's interesting. I would have definitely thought A and X was better than IRX. Why is it about playing Panda and not Padre or Party? I mean, isn't A and X like just a better leave? Yeah, it's 2 better on static. Why? Yeah, I'm actually baffled here. Like, it's not a huge mistake or anything. And maybe it's not a mistake at all, but why are you playing Panda? I don't know. I mean, you can't really get anything with Pyrex anyway. With the R there. Yeah, it's one of these, like, it's not, like I said, it's not a huge deal or a huge mistake. I just don't understand this choice. Like, why is IRX better on this board? I don't know. If anybody knows, please enlighten me, because I'm confused. I would have definitely played one of these. I missed deduction. That might be worth it. Yeah, I just stopped looking after Decurion. Oh, I missed Unvoiced, too. Wow, I actually missed several things here. Huh. Yeah, I just kind of stopped looking after I saw Uncoined and Decurion. Yeah, Unvoiced is probably the play. Because a U here is just so much less risky than an N in this spot. I mean, it's just so much harder to, where's Unvoiced? Here, to put a 4-tile play down with a high point tile starting with the U in the 3rd spot. It still bails the bot out of some constant heavy racks. Like, it's not ideal. Decurion, obviously, or not Decurion, rather, Reduction, the concern is the S-hook and potential plays with an F. Still better than Decurion. Yeah, I think Unvoiced is best. I'm okay with Uncoined over either Induction or Decurion. But yeah, this is a little sloppy. I should have at least seen the other plays of the D. I don't know why. I just sort of stopped looking after dismissing Decurion. So probably a slight mistake here. Uncoined is still fine. It's not a huge mistake to give up the 6 points, I don't think. But probably Unvoiced is worth it. Hex. Alright, so bot likes, or static likes, oh, Fakirs. Interesting. I didn't think about playing the S, too. You know, that actually makes sense if you're going to do this, because you get 11 more points, and once you play Fakir and block Ha'ars, the S reduces in value significantly. So, with 3 Unseen also, yeah, it makes sense to play the S. That's probably a better play than this. Yeah, okay. Because as we saw, I just kind of got... I was able to get rid of the Q, and then I just got saddled by consonants. I think this play is stronger than Static is giving it credit for, again, just because of the strong potential of cheese for about 50 next turn, and the fact that I have this U to work with. I think it's stronger than it would be in a vacuum, but I could believe Fakir's is still a little bit better, just because JE, it's lower variance, right? Like, it's rarely great, but it's rarely horrible. QS could actually work out really well, but it could also work out horribly. So, alright, yeah, I could see this as maybe being a small mistake. Vug getting rid of some Drek here. Yeah, I mean, you can't do this and keep DGGV. That's so bad. Yeah, here, I mean, look, in retrospect, I guess God is what I should have played, given how many consonants I drew. I still think this is fine. I mean, like I said, I hit with every vowel. I hit with a couple consonants. I hit 50%. Like, that's pretty good. And, I mean, this just shows you guys what one 50-50 miss or make can do. I mean, this created this crazy feedback loop where I had one vowel for so many consecutive turns. If I had just drawn one vowel here and bingoed, it's a different game. Or an L, let's say, and hit replants. It's a different game. You know, it's just, it is what it is, and that's part of the game sometimes. I'm still okay with step here over opt. It's just so many points. And I mean, this is just brutal. Yeah, maybe an overreaction. I didn't think about Bawn. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not worth it to trade. But like I said, if I'm going to keep a few constants, I really like keeping that A open. It's a good bingo line. I don't know. I think trading 4 is honestly fine. It just, again, did not work out. I still think this is better than Ditz. It's just brutal draws here now. Double L. And what do I do? I mean, I don't want to do this. Do I just play Milts and blow everything up? Maybe? I didn't want the bot to get a cheap 35 on the bottom right, but maybe I shouldn't be worried about that. Yeah, maybe I should just play Milts here. I mean, this leave is so bad. Still a blank and another S. I don't know, it just feels so weird to play off your S when you're scoring 8 fewer than another play that keeps the S, and there is a big S hook. It's just so weird, but it's so many consonants. I don't know. I mean, in retrospect, yeah, I probably would have been better off playing Milts. But, I don't know. It's such a brutal position to be in. Bot plays Islander over Denials. Really? Huh. Doesn't row 3 seem like a much better spot? Like, I can put so many tiles there and score a lot even without a bingo. Why not Denials? I mean, this S... Like, sure, I could do Bisque, but it's hard for me to... That requires having the K, which is not that likely. It's hard for me to crush BestBot there. Like, here I have to either bingo to an R or have the S. With only one E, it's a lot harder to bingo... It's very hard to bingo to an R without a lot of E's. And anything that ends in an S, any 7s are likely going to play under the O. I'm baffled by this one too. Why not play denials? It's 3 more points, and you block what to me sure seems like a much more dangerous spot both for bingos and non-bingo scores. Yeah, what is it doing? You also block that A in Panda, potentially. I don't get it. Yeah, I still don't get it. I mean, you're blocking the U, but it's a U. It can't be because of the U. There's no way. Yeah, why Islander? I mean, does the bot have a strong reason to believe I have the S at this point? Like, I guess... No, I mean, I played Step, but that scores so much. Like, you can't infer anything from that. I just happened to draw another S. Like, I don't think the bot should be reasoning I have the S. And even if I did, again, I mean, I can just bingo on row 3. I don't know. I'm, again, kind of confused by this one, honestly. Yeah, no, here I don't think I should do this, because this is super strong, especially if the bot doesn't have the blank. This is the right play. And the bot didn't have the blank here. Wow. So if I had only drawn the blank, yeah, I mean, I think Bleb is right. See, the problem with Bib is now the bot can block with something like Dink, and then I'm out of space to bingo, unless I can somehow bingo through a K, which is going to be tough. I guess I could... No, I can't really fit something through this A. I would need some overlap bibs and start with an S. Yeah, that would be almost impossible. Yeah, I have to... Bleb is the right play, for sure. I have to open another line. The bot still didn't have the blank! If I had just drawn the blank, I win on the spot. Wow. That's ridiculous. The bot plays Boar. Huh. Plays Boar. Blocking Titanias, I guess? Huh. Is that better than blocking Mitts or Blebs? I mean, if I bingo, the bot loses. It can't outrun me. Unless it... Can it play 1? No, it shouldn't play 1. It definitely shouldn't play 1, because it's not outrunning me either way. And then I can fish, which it doesn't want, and hit something in 2 spots. No, it should definitely empty the bag. This is one of those cases where you definitely want to empty the bag if you're the bot. You know, I always say be careful about emptying the bag, because oftentimes it's bad. But in this case, it's one of the specific cases where you do. Because again, the main benefit of not emptying the bag is so that if your opponent bingos, you get another turn, and you can use that to outrun. But if the bot plays, say, an A here, or even an O, I guess the bot can play an... Well, the bot can actually play an O for a bit here. For 12. I mean, the bot's up 53. If I bingo, it's probably going to be for a lot with Mitts. Even if I bingo for 80, I'm up 27. I have 1 tile. I'm going out. And good luck scoring more than 27 with these 1-pointers if you're the bot. Like, you know, the bot's just not winning in an endgame after I bingo. So the merit of not emptying the bag is nullified because the bot, like I said, can't win anyway if I bingo. So at that point, the bot could run a risk of me fishing, which I would have done gladly. If the bot played JL, I was totally dropping the K for like 6 somewhere, and then trying to draw the blank and bingo out. And then the bot could lose if I draw something in 2 spots, and there could be 2 spots between Blebs and Mitts, which is exactly why I played Bleb once again. So that's why you can't play JL. You have to just empty the bag and be like, if you bingo, you bingo. If you don't, you don't. So the bot has the right idea here. Is Boar the best play? I mean, I'm sure it is. BestBot, I think, is perfect with 2 in the bag. You block Titanias, some racks. I guess the thing is, most things that fit with Blebs fit with Mitts. Because, like, if I have the blank, I'm probably just bingoing. Most likely. If I don't have the blank... Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Like, if I don't have the blank, what can I have? Knits isn't going to play. Titians is not going to play. So it's just Titanias, then, if I don't have the blank. Which is, I guess, why you want to block that. And play Boar. Yeah, I mean, if... Okay, like, if I have the blank and I don't have the K, I'm definitely bingoing. Regardless, right? Yeah. Because I have Titanias or, like, sitting on the bottom or something. So if I have the blank and the K, if I have like IIKSTT blank, I might not have something that plays. Although no, then I have stick it, right? Isn't that a word? STICKIT? Pretty sure that's a word. Am I crazy? Yeah, it is. And that would not play anywhere other than with mitts, right? Yeah, because kitties wouldn't fit. So then the bot could block down below, too. It's also hard to block on the bottom. Like ration or something just gives back another line. Maybe that's the problem. Like, how do you block down there? And you also have to be, you have to be very careful, right, about doing something like this. And you give me an R to work with. Even Dura, you have to be extremely cautious. You give me an A. Although I don't know how helpful that A is, because Titanias would fit anyway. And yeah, so with an AN draw, blocking down there would win. So you block stick it. Huh. It's interesting. Yeah, like I said, it's just a matter of which line yields the most bingos that don't fit in other spots. Because if I have a bingo in 2 spots, the bot is lost anyway. Huh. Also, how about, like, can the bot block both blebs and the A? Maybe there's just not a whole lot with blebs that I can really get. Maybe that's the thing. Like, what can I really have that fits with blebs? There might just not be all that much. I'm just reading through all of the inkiest. So if AT is in the bag, then I could hit inkiest. But then I also have statinky through the K and mid. So that doesn't matter because the bot's just lost. Let's see, because the S has to be kind of late in the word. Katsina. So IT in the bag. Yeah, then I just play skating on the bottom. Interesting. Pianist? Yeah, but then I have stuff on the bottom everywhere, like Titanias or Isatine or all kinds of stuff. Tannist? Yeah, same deal. Tiniest. How about tiniest? Oh, they have sitting. Transit, yeah. Okay, so I guess there's no, here's the thing. There's nothing I can have with blebs where I don't bingo down low anyway. So what else can I have down low? Yeah, I mean, so there's, that doesn't fit elsewhere. So I have to have the S now early in the word as a 7. So, all right, disdain or distant, those will both play elsewhere. I would have to have the K to not play elsewhere. Okay. Isitins, and that'll play elsewhere. Centimi, skating. Yeah, so skating, if I have that, but then Katsina plays with blebs. We just went over that. Skiting. Yeah, so what if I have... Oh, inkiest. Okay, so that also plays. So stick it, I think, is the only rack that plays exclusively with mitts. So if AN is in the bag, that's 1 in 36 probability. And then how about through the A? So, all right. Playing through the A, it would be an A. Yeah, Tinias, and I'm bingoing elsewhere. Anti-stat, I'm bingoing elsewhere too. Ignatius and Tarsi, I'm bingoing elsewhere. I guess that there's a couple, well, yeah, so it's really just Titanias. Right? Katsinas, no. Oh, Stotinka! That's what it is! Okay. Now I understand why the bot played board. Okay. Yep, it's because there are 2 draws that play exclusively through the A. K blank for Titanias, and what would it be? It would be AI. Yeah, AI for Stotinka, because then Kittens doesn't play elsewhere. Okay. And AI happens even more often. It happens 1 in 18 instead of 1 in 36 because there's 2 I's. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay, so yeah, Boar wins, I believe, 2 in 36 times more often than blocking the bottom. Because, like I said, it blocks 3 out of 36 total, 2 out of 36 with Statinka, 1 out of 36 with natural Titanias. That wins exclusively through the A, whereas blocking down below only blocks 1 out of 36 that wins exclusively down there, namely just stick it with an NA draw. Alright, so yeah, without even calculating the exact percentages, which I don't need to do here, I now see why blocking the A makes sense. Interesting. All right, well, just more conclusive proof that BestBot knows what it's doing with 2 in the bag. Very cool. And that's basically it. Yep. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how I played this one too, guys, even though it was another tough loss in the end. Uncoined may be a mistake. Probably should have played unvoiced and taken the points. I don't think Fehoa or Feijo, I still don't know how to pronounce that word, was right. I probably should have played Fakirs. So I think a few misjudgments in the early to mid game, but nothing massive. And just some brutal draws again with all those vowels. But look, I mean, I still had chances. It was unbelievable that the blank was in the bag. Like, if I had drawn the blank after Bleb, I almost certainly win that game. So, yeah, more tough breaks there. But I feel like I've had a lot of them lately. But what are you going to do? 5 and 17. Brutal. Absolutely brutal start to this series. But amazingly, my spread is under -700, which is not that low at all. Like, I would have thought for 5 and 17, I'd be well into the -4 digits. So that shows you I'm just losing all these close games. I'm not getting blown out, which is still encouraging, you know? Despite what feels like some tough luck, I'm hanging in there with BestBot, and I'm just losing in the end here because, yeah, maybe some imprecisions, but also some tough draws. So, yeah, interesting. All right, another good game. Sorry for another 40-minute video, guys. I feel like these videos have been really long, but these games have also been brutally difficult and also interesting to analyze. So I hope this is still worth it, and I hope this is enjoyable. I appreciate everyone who's making it through all these videos and sticking with me. Thanks so much for all your support, as always. And yeah, I'll wrap it up here, but enjoy the remaining videos for this week, and I will see you for game number 23 against BestBot next Monday. Thanks again, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.